All right, everybody. Welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. There are many layers of meaning in my readings. I'm going to touch on a few. It may or may not resonate. So try to hear me and feel me for best results. Sometimes the roles can be reversed. And viewer discretion is advised. Now, listen, ladies and gentlemen, hear ye, hear ye. It's time to go to court up around here. Okay, we're doing universal court. And apparently, word on Spirit Street is that the Karmic is being brought up on charges. Okay, it is the government of the cosmos versus the Karmic. All right, absolutely. Because she committed crimes against the divine twins, as we well know. Right? Okay. Well, it's time to close that cycle, is what I was told. It's time to close that cycle. So here we are launching the end of this cycle and the beginning of a new cycle. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm going to be in and out as divine feminine, and I'm also like the free legal counsel in the courthouse for the Karmic. Thank you for coming. I am going to let you know about the charges. I'm going to explain your charges, and I'm going to explain to you your rights and your options. Okay, I can't represent you because it would be a conflict of interest. Okay, but let's get into your charges. Okay, also, here are the clerks. These are the clerks who can be handing paperwork around, okay? And the Honorable Ancestral Council is presiding over the case. All right, fantastic. So let's pull up the charges, Divine Feminines. Okay, are you in the house? Because it's about to go down. Oh, by the way, the Karmic reached out to me. That's right. That's right, Divine Feminines. Okay, that's correct, my VIPs. She reached out to me. Okay. I can only assume that that's the Karmic from my very own personal situation. And to the Karmic, let me just say thank you for showing up in court. Very nice. Very nice. I appreciate that. It's very sportsmanship of you. Okay. Absolutely. So the Karmic, ladies and gentlemen, entered in an official statement. Yeah. Yeah. Sure did. I've got it right here. Got it right here. Hang on, let me pull it up. Yes. Says here, step right on in. This is her response to my announcement video for this court hearing right before you here today. All right. She says, yes, step right on in. I'm very much looking forward to this talk. Okay. I think you mean this talk, right? Okay. Anyhow, let's read the transcript here. Just be aware, you nor yours frighten me in the least. My goodness. Um, she said, child's play, really. Okay, I think this bitch is British like me. Okay, I think she's British like me. Okay, honestly, I'm not impressed by any of you. My God, I never. Well, I never. I appreciate you entering into that statement. And that is when I had changed because I was going to preside over this hearing because I had that kind of authority, as you well know. But, I thought that I might be a better material witness in the trial, as opposed to, throwing the case by possibly getting triggered by some of the things we're going to discuss here today. So, all right, all rise. You are in universal Cosmic Court. All right, Lover Section 622. The Honorable Ancestral Council is providing. You may be seated. All right, so let's bless the deck. I dedicate myself, my divine feminines and masculines, this court proceeding to close the cycle on the karmic. Okay? And thank you for your service, karmic. All right? And you are hereby relieved of duty. All right? Fantastic. I'm glad. It's a wrap on that. Also, I want to call forth accurate answers. Accurate interpretations of those answers and the wise and skillful application of the guidance that we receive here today. Okay, I want to bring clear our creative potential and see behind what appears to be obstacles things clearly as they are. It is so. Fantastic. Let's discuss the charges. Obstruction of justice is one of the charges against the karmic. Let's discuss it. Ancestors. What do you have to say in terms of the karmic obstructing divine masculine and divine feminine from their divine union? What do you have to say on the matter? The ancestors say this. All right. Very much the karmic did not want divine feminine to receive what she wanted. She did not want her to have confirmation of her place as divine feminine. You know what I'm saying? She didn't want the divine masculine to speak to the divine feminine. Because she knew that that would be fulfillment of the divine plan. That is what she knew. Okay? So with purpose, which brings us to the next charge, conspiracy. Ancestors, we have to say on the charge of conspiracy against the karmic, the ancestors say this. Karmic, karmic, karmic. Listen, you was going around. Yes, you was. Yes, you was. You was going around chirp, 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 chirp. Chirp, chirp, chirp. Okay? I see that here. Okay? That's very chicken-like. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me remain professional. Okay? All right, let's go further. I know that's right. Doing the devil's work. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? That's what you was doing. It's right here. You see, originally when I was going to preside over the case. Okay, speaking to you as the divine feminine. As I was going to preside over the case, I knew that I was going to get triggered. Okay? I chose to step down. All right? And because you deserve a fair trial. That's why. That's why. And I was going to lay the cards out and just talk it through. Okay? I was just going to lay the cards out ahead of time. Okay? But I was like, no, I don't want to be accused of tampering with the evidence. Okay? Right. And this is a perfect illustration of why I was concerned about that. Because you just saw me shuffle these cards. Okay? And then now you see here with the Wheel of Fortune and the devil. You was going around in the community, spreading all kinds of ugly tales about divine feminine and divine masculine. For separate reasons, similar reasons, whatever, you was on a rampage. Because look here, rampage, okay? Look here. Going around. Okay? Going around the Wheel of Fortune. That's what the Wheel of Fortune does. It spins. Okay? And what's happening here in the marketplace? People are exchanging information, exchanging data, exchanging, items, whatever. They're cooperating with one another. Yeah. Working together. Conspiring. Okay? Yes. Okay. Mm. Mm. The ancestors are bringing it. Okay. Oh, listen. You sure did. And you brought that into a sacred space. Anytime you come against the divine twins, you are coming into sacred holy ground. When you conspired against the divine twins, you conspired against God. You see what I'm saying? You conspired against God. That's a sin. Okay, that's the clinical definition of sin right there. Hello? Right, right. And so there's no amount of talking your way out of it. There's no explanation for this. Again, I'm reading your soul. Okay? I don't know you. I'm reading your soul. All right. On the charges of fraud. Oh my. What did you do? What did you do? All right. On the charges of fraud, the ancestors say this. Ooh. Was somebody working with an earth sign? Oh, by the way, I'm so glad you said that, ancestors. I meant to tell you that there had been some minor changes to the case, and that is the addition of some co-defendants that also conspired to separate the divine twins and therefore thwart God's plan. Hello? Right. Okay, so there might be some X's for some of you. There could be some X's, X's of the divine masculine, X's of the divine feminine that may have attempted to poison, one or the other. And also there could be parents, family members, things like that, okay, that also was spreading the hatred and participating in the conspiracy. So we will deal with that as the ancestors approach it. I just want to let you know also, I added for those co-conspirators aiding and abetting. Okay, they got together, all right, and helped, okay, each other there, get it all done. Slander and slander as well. Okay, so fraud. Let's get to fraud. Let me wet my whistle. Okay, right, this is the fraud. Okay. Because I'm getting strong mother vibes there. I'm getting strong mother vibes. Of course, it doesn't have to be a mother. It could be just an earth sign or some woman who was in control of money or some woman who's authoritative, and particularly so, who created a deception. This was the fraud that took place. She concocted some sort of appearance. And she encouraged, quite possibly, divine masculine to be in his player energy, to be a dang-a-lang slanger. Maybe she, played that up as, okay, well, you know what? Let's not speculate, okay? How did she arrive at this Queen of Pentacles? What fraud thing did she, how did she concoct the whole thing? How she put it across? The ancestors say this. Oh, okay. She was trying to get him to feel as if it was too much for him to take on, to go back and, do the right thing with divine feminine. She was like, saying it like, like, oh, you're young, or, like, no, that's not what you really want. You want to slang dang-a-lang. Remember last summer when you used to, whatever, I don't know, use them and abuse them. Okay, I don't know. Um, but she was just trying to play up this fiery wall here, this going through the fire, walking through the fire, trying to play that down, trying to act as if it was just too much for him, like, oh, all of that, you're going to go through all that trouble, or something along those lines, okay? It was something fraudulent. That's not what you really want, or something like that. Like, she knows him better than he knows himself, kind of thing. And then he went for that, I mean, even though divine masculine, we're not here to discuss you per se, we will mention you, but this is not your case. The ancestors are pleased with you, divine masculine, by the way. Okay, and we will discuss your onboarding process to the Universal Justice Department. We'll discuss that over the weekend, okay? So anyhow, back to you, Mrs. Karmic, okay? And your band of merry men. Kidnapping. Ancestors. On the charge of kidnapping, the ancestors say this. Ah, yes, yes. You tried to take what does not belong to you. This is a divine union. Okay, so you got confused. Okay, so I'm going to be your free counsel. All right, so, all right, there was some confusion. Okay, now granted, and this is going to be considered in your case, is that you were misled by the divine masculine. That has been considered. That has been considered. Okay, you've been giving him hell. Okay, you've been giving him hell. And he has been paying his karma. You see what I'm saying? So we don't get to continue to fuck with divine masculine just into infinity. All right. So that's what we're here really to discuss. Okay. Because my angst is something, speaking as divine feminine, my angst is something that is a personal issue. Really, that is not really of primary importance here. All right. Primary importance is the law of the universe. Primary. Okay. And so here, there was a lot of turmoil that your actions caused. You see what I'm saying? Turmoil in the life of the divine masculine and in the life of divine feminine. You see what I'm saying? So you got yourself in the middle of some official business, but you did have a limited license to cause havoc, right? Like this guy right here. Limited license, okay? You can cause havoc a little bit, but then, there has to be that line. There has to be that line. And that's what it is. That's what it is. This is the line, okay? You cause the divine feminine to have to heal. Yeah, yeah. You tried to attack divine feminine by blocking divine masculine. Yeah, you did that. And the creator saw the whole thing. Of course. Okay? So your surrogacy is terminated. Hello? Right. Thank you. You may go now. Okay? Simple. All right. Let's move on. Grand theft. What do you have to say about that? Grand theft, which is just an extension of what happened here with the kidnapping. Grand theft, the ancestors say this. Okay. Ah, I see. You tried to steal divine masculine's penis away. Yes, you did. You sure did. Bitch, I hope you laughing, okay? If you laughing, you are a good sport, okay? That's all I gotta say. You are a good sport. Yeah. Oh, man, listen. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You tried to block his sexual energy and his desire for his divine feminine. You sure did. You tried to steal his energy for yourself. That's what you tried to do. Hmm. But no matter how hard you work, girl, I don't know how many cartwheels you did. Hello? I don't know how many surgeries you had. I don't know how expensive it is to get your eyelashes done. Hello? Okay? But try as you would, just nothing would erase his passion. I know that might trigger you, okay? But listen, you're in court, and this is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. All right? Hello? Libra is looking over the case. All right? Fantastic. So, yeah, you didn't want the exchange to take place. You wanted his energy, Karmic. Okay? You wanted his energy. You wanted his passion for her to be hidden, right? Okay? You were trying to steal the dynamic, steal the crown. Okay? You were trying to live in the grand palace that is divine masculine's heart. Walking around the palace in my slippers, trying on my crown, sitting in my chair. You feel me? Speaking as the divine feminine, of course. Of course, right? Fantastic. Divine feminines. Hello, say meow. Hello. Okay, so aggravated harassment. Let's discuss it. I understand you've been harassing divine masculine. Okay. Are you protesting right now? Order in the court. Karmic said objection. Objection. I have not been harassing that man. Okay. The ancestors say this on the charges of aggravated harassment, all the threats and things of that sort. Okay. Anyhow, it may or may not resonate. Okay. um. Okay. Oh shit. Ooh wee. Okay. So you were harassing him. You were taking him to court. You was holding something over his head. You were blackmailing him. Um. He had to testify. He went through all kinds of shit in court. Okay, what happened with this situation right here, ancestors? What did she do? Ooh. Well, you tried to destroy his throne and his crown. You tried to destroy his kingdom, his empire. Okay? You may have tried to take over his empire or some such thing like that. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I get the sensation you were fighting him in court or some such thing like that over the kingdom, over the empire, something like that. And you were trying to take him down. Okay? Yeah, that's pretty rude. Okay, right? Right, divine masculine? Is this lady bothering you? Okay. Abuse of power? Let's talk about it, people. Let's talk about it. Okay? It's going to get a little crazy, okay? Because I only have so much room on this table. All right. Abuse of power, ancestors, what do you say? Excuse me. Ooh. I'm going to just let you marinate. Just marinate now. Abuse of power. What do you say about that, Queen of Wands? What do you mean? Oh, getting pregnant on purpose. Oh, yes, to give them a hard time being together. You changed destiny, didn't you? Mm-hmm. And that set off a butterfly effect. Yeah, 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 absolutely. That set off some kind of butterfly effect. I'm not sure what all happened here. Okay, with the baby, is it the baby? Is it his baby? Is his baby? Is two babies? Is three babies? I don't know. Okay, but I'm just saying you tried to block destiny. You tried to give it a hard time because you was like, this bitch would never take him back like that. She would never take him back after I have this baby. You feel me? This is how I keep divine masculine. Make him feel beholden and obligated, guilty for leaving your ass. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I know. I know. I know. Using your sex as a weapon, like a succubus, like a sexual demon. Yeah, I'm reading your soul. What you want from me? Okay? I'm not making this shit up, people. So, yeah, yeah, yeah. That's pretty. That's a big deal right there. That's a big deal. Abuse of power. That's first degree shit right there. That's first degree. Abso-fucking-lutely. Abso-fucking-lutely. Mm-mm-mm. Amazing. Look what you did. Look what you did. A mess. All right. Well, thank God I'm not the judge. Right? Am I right? Thank God I'm not the judge because I'm quite disgusted. All right. Speaking of I'm quite disgusted, gender treason. Right. Right. hmm Okay. Now, what you did there is you betrayed femininity. You betrayed womankind, is what you did, especially with this abuse of power. Hello? You see what I'm saying? You're coloring people's perspective and perception of women on this planet. You are making it so that men don't trust the species women when you behave the way that you do. You understand? It is not okay to try to trap a man using an innocent soul. Hello? You have fallen. Okay? You have fallen. I don't know what might have happened to you to cause this. God bless you. But it's time to look at yourself honestly. All right? It's not child's play, as you well know. As you well know. All right? And by the way, I could see on your statement, ladies and gentlemen, divine feminines and masculines, on the karmic statement, I could see that there was more that she wanted to say. But then the you know how it is when the comment is taken down, like you can see the notification, but then the comment is gone. I'm so sorry I missed the rest of what you had to say, but whoever counseled with you counseled you well. What can I say? I guess it's best that that happened. But I do appreciate you reaching out. I do. But the fact that you're reaching out does show some level of desperation, to, get a plea deal, which we're not offering any here at the Universal Justice Department. But I can appreciate you trying to get a plea deal, or saying, oh, I don't even want your stinking plea deal. Fuck you and your charges. I appreciate your statement. Okay, I really do. Um, okay, gender treason. We want to find out what the ancestors have to say. Okay. All right. Ancestors, gender treason. The ancestors say this. Mm, mm, mm. It's mind-blowing, they said. They said this is how they feel. Look, this is the answer. Okay. Can you see? Okay. Whatever. The ancestors. Pooh. They said we was there watching. Okay. They was invisible. They was invisible. Absolutely. Absolutely. They saw what you was doing. They saw what you was doing. You have separated yourself from them, they say. You know? They want they wanted or they made some offer to you. This is the ancestors. They made some offer to you, Karmic. And they feel that they wasted their energy on you. They offered you a deal, apparently. They offered you some kind of deal. And it was a good deal. It was like, we're being nice. That sort of thing. Okay, they offered you a deal, a place to live, or a way to take care, or something along those lines. They offered you a little bit of love on this thing, and it was all for nothing. It was all for nothing because you just was determined. You never realized the worth and meaning of your actions. That's why you're in court right now. That's why they're closing out the loop on you. That's why. You're going to have to take a turn around the karmic wheel to burn some of this off. You know what I'm saying? And if you, like, whatever you direct toward the divine twins, and particularly divine masculine, because obviously you found a way to connect yourself to him, that will be now visited upon you tenfold or more. Okay, so I don't need you to be afraid. Speaking as divine feminine, I don't need you to be afraid. Like in her statement, ladies and gentlemen, the karmic mentioned, just be aware. I love it. Just be aware. You nor yours frighten me in the least. Karmic, just as an illustration. When you walk into the cemetery, do you think you're looking at a bunch of volunteers? Is everybody scared? Some people didn't see it coming. Some people was like, wee, this is what I want to do, and then died. Okay? So that's not a threat. That's just an illustration. Okay? I wouldn't waste any of our time with threats. Okay? So, moving right along, you did not realize the worth and meaning of your actions. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. Okay? And by the way, there's no shame in being afraid. You went against God. I think that it's reasonable if you're afraid. Okay? I mean, now I see what you and divine masculine must have had in common. Ego. Ego. Right? Can't get past your ego. Sorry, divine masculine, that was not to take a shot at you. But you know your case. Okay? So anyhow, aiding and abetting. Let's get to the karmic mother, shall we? Let's get to the karmic mother. Karmic, thank you. You may step down. All right. Let's get to the co-conspirators. All right. Fantastic. Listen, I don't know how long this is going to go, even though we're on the last two charges, but then we have to discuss sentencing. So if this starts to get too long, we will adjourn until the next video. Okay, part 2. All right, fantastic. So, for those of you who are experiencing the interference of a karmic mother who tried to separate you through conspiracy and foulness, separate the divine twins, harm the divine masculine in any way. On the matter of the karmic mother, aiding and abetting, Ancestors, what do you have to say? Conspiring, conspiring. Chirp, 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 chirp. Just like the karmic. You know, they say men marry their mothers. Just saying. Side note. All right. I mean, everyone can break the cycle, okay, with all due respect to the good men out there doing the good work. Thank you very much. Oh, look at you, karmic mother. Mad. Mm-hmm. And you straight up interfered. Straight up. Opening your mouth. Look. Big mouth. Look at your big mouth. It's big. Okay. But you know that. You know that. For the karmic mothers who are here. Okay. um, yeah, you was mad, so you was running your mouth. I am not surprised. Oh, yeah. Listen. Oh, boy. Wow. Mm. Okay, so this karmic mother told divine masculine something to make him take a leap of faith that she knew was going to make things harder for him with his divine feminine. She knew it. Okay? And she conspired. She conspired. Can we get a little color on that conspiracy? What part did she play? Oh, to take the emperor down? Oh, to make him lose his crown. Yeah, okay. Right. Uh-huh. To make him fall out of favor with the empire. Hmm. Jealous people. I see jealous people around. People trying to take from him, steal, things like this. Yeah, listen. Make war with him, set him up, hurt him, harm him. My God, this the karmic mother, y'all. Okay, this okay. I thank God I'm not presiding over the case. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Um. Okay, so I'm sorry. She knew that he would lose the throne. You know, like it fall from grace in the eyes of the divine feminine, and she encouraged him to be warlike toward the divine feminine instead of doing the right thing, the way a caring mother instructs her son, right? In matters of the heart. You know, your son cares about someone, they're good for him. You know what I'm saying? They're having a little problem. You're supposed to encourage him to do the right thing, especially if he fucked up, right? So, because, you know, as the mother, you want your son, right? As a caring mother, you want your son to be on his throne. You want him to have a powerful partner. You want him to feel fulfilled and happy in life, right? Caring mothers? Right, right. Well, no, she encouraged him to tear down the very thing that lifts him up, to tear up the very thing that gives him authority in life. Okay? Most certainly over his own life. See, she wanted to have all the authority over his life forever. Okay? Forever. She never wanted him to grow up. She always wanted him to depend on her to lead his mind around. Okay, that's what I see here. Mhm. And encourage him to do something foolish, knowing that it will cause chaos, catastrophe. He will fall from the throne. She knew that. As a woman, speaking of gender, what do you call it? Gender treason. All right, so let's talk about slander, because I do see slander in this conspiracy, especially with us running our mouth. Am I right? Okay. So slander. Hold on. Speaking, let me wet my whistle. Okay. Slander. Last charge is slander. Then we can get to the sentencing, and I guess I'll make that a as a matter of fact, let's do that. I'll make that a separate video. All right, slander. Mm, 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 mm. Oh my God. She was like, oh, okay, the karmic mother, divine feminines, the karmic mother was like, she ain't all that. She ain't got shit. Bop, 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 bop. She's not perfect. Um, what else? Like she's not, no prize, or, like something like trying to reduce divine feminine's value in the divine masculine's eyes. You see what I'm saying? And now, but she's doing this knowing divine feminine is divine feminine. You know what I'm saying? Like knowing, like she didn't know to the degree that she might know now after all of these series of events between the karmic and divine feminine and divine masculine. But now, I mean, but then she still had an idea because she was mad, possibly jealous. Okay, and so, obviously, because, you could tell a person is jealous by if they, attack you in a certain way. Like you could tell that, like when somebody is a hater, you know what I'm saying? So, like they're obsessed kind of thing. So, okay, yes. She she knew she was trying to like tell him like he'll find another one, like he'll find, like you could get another one, like you don't need this bitch. She ain't, you know what I'm saying? You could get one of those at the corner store, you know what I'm saying? All right. And she knew that wasn't true. And she knew that that perception that he had of you at that time would anger you to the point where that was that. You feel me? And he would fall from the throne because she knew that was wrong. She was telling him to do the wrong thing. Boom. Conspiracy. And then she got she got with some other people, eventually to keep, she put all this energy into keeping him in this bubble, keeping him, in the Truman Show. He can't ever learn that this is a artificial environment, that sort of thing. And so time would pass and that they would be torn apart. You know what I'm saying? Like they couldn't help but be torn apart so that time and space would pass and, like to try to erase the divine feminine out of his mind, that sort of thing. Anything else on the slander? Tried to confuse him. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Try to confuse him on how to solve it. You know what I mean? Try to confuse him um, in terms of what justice would be or righteousness would be in this matter. You know what I'm saying? Trying to tell him doing the wrong things was the right things. You know? She was like, yeah, do this, do that, act like this, act like that, you know? And he's thinking, of course, that he can trust this person. All right, so that is for those of you who have karmic mothers involved in your situation. Hopefully that resonated. Let's get to, we're going to do a little brief adjournment. All right, and do the sentencing. All right, I will see you there.